Jingle bells, 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 bells,
Piano in the bell.
Hey guys, welcome to or back to my channel. I'm Chelsea if you're new. Today's video is going to be reacting to my 2020 goals. I am so excited about this. I honestly, I've pretty much forgotten most of my goals, which is kind of bad. I know you're supposed to write them in your diary each month or something to reflect back and remember them, but I honestly forgot to do that. So I'm gonna give you a real raw reaction and be like yes or no, or in the middle, yeah, I maybe tried that in the beginning of the year, but as we all know, 2020 was a very, very different year. This time last year when I was creating this video of my 2020 goals, I never would have dreamed that this would be the year that it has come to. But like I said in the middle of the year, that although 2020 was kind of a different year and lots of people agree that it was not the best year, I had it in my mind and I said to myself that although this year hasn't gone to plan, I'm still going to make it my year. I'm still gonna accomplish a lot of goals that I have and make the most of it. So I'm really excited to see what these goals were and to kind of reflect on it, because I always feel like this is such a good video of mine that I love to do each and every year, because reflecting on your past self, reflecting on things that you have done and changes and improvements are so important. So this is my video up here. I must say that my hair looked really good in this video. So yeah, I'm gonna listen in and hear what they were. I want to journal more. Well, I don't know. I think I'm talking about journal as in writing on my blog, because my website blog was a new thing. And I think it's semi-success. I actually came out with a new Instagram account called Chelsea Blogs this year, and I definitely was very much active on it for about 2 months, the end of lockdown and kind of May to June, but I definitely have not been active on it very recently at all. Apart from that, journaling I have done occasionally. I bought a dot journal, I've got a dream journal. I've definitely got more into the routine of using my diary and writing down a few more things. So yeah, I would say that was a success. I want to go for a lot more bike rides. That kind of happened. Well, I definitely went a lot more this year than last year, and that was sort of the goal. I've got a rash coming up here and I don't know what's that from, but let's just ignore that. So I actually took my bike, I put it in my mini little car, and that was quite a challenge, must I say, and I drove my car with my bike inside to the Hamilton Lake, and then I biked all around, and that was the only time I've done that. But I'm pretty certain that I biked around the lake on a flat tire, because it was so hard when I did it. And then when I came back home, I realized that I think it was my right tire, or the back one, was completely flat, and so at this stage my bike is still broken. I'll probably have to invest in getting some new tires. At the start of the year, definitely me and Ashley went on so many bike adventures, exploring our neighborhood a bit more, and yeah, it was really fun. I hope that I can reach 5,000. Oh, that was such a cute little goal of mine, and I must say it still was achievable. It still could have happened, but obviously it wasn't the right time for it to happen. But my YouTube goal was to reach 5,000 subscribers, and I'm definitely not complaining, but I'm definitely not there at this stage. I am nearly at 2,000, which is going to be awesome if I could reach that, but I mean, I'm not too bothered about not achieving this goal because I still feel like I put so much effort and I improved my YouTube game so much this year. It's not about numbers, but I feel like it's definitely more about gaining that loyal audience, which I feel like I've got definitely more loyal subscribers this year, and people that message me occasionally is super nice. I've also invested more in my YouTube friend relationships. I did the YouTuber collab, which was such a success, and it's been a great YouTube year. I want to do more experiences and find out more about myself. Yeah, that one I have definitely done. If you guys have watched my like self-improvement for a week video, I did discuss in that video that like doing things by myself is actually quite a big deal. Going for walks, just like everyday stuff like that. Sometimes I do feel a bit difficult because of like social anxiety and stuff, but I definitely have been a lot more independent. I've gone out of my comfort zone this year, and yeah, I do feel proud of myself for doing that. I want to be more honest, but not only with others but also with myself. I mean, I feel like that's kind of a hard goal to judge because I mean, even if I'm not honest with myself, like you often don't realize you're saying these things to yourself in the moment. You don't be like, oh hang on, I shouldn't say that to myself. But I have been reading like little affirmations most days and kind of like putting that positive energy out there. I feel like I'm always an honest person. Like I don't know what I was talking about there, because I've always been an honest person. I've been honest with friends and stuff. I feel like it was more about being honest with myself and not telling myself lies. Explore my interests more. Okay, so the next goal was talking about how I want to do more things, like more hobbies, do like more things that I love to do. And I feel like that's true because 2020 like was kind of a year of like picking up new hobbies, and one of the main new hobbies that I've done this year has been scrapbooking. I've always kind of been a creative person, but this year I've been so into scrapbooking and I just love it. It's such a good downtime for me, and yeah, I definitely want to continue this goal and like work on this really nice hobby of mine for next year and all the years to come. Prioritize breakfast because I know how important breakfast is. Yeah, I would say so. Like definitely a way more nutritious than being at the halls last year. I kind of, most days I had nothing, and so that's why I said like in the flat I wanted to have a really nice healthy balanced diet, specifically in breakfasts, and I think I've done that. I did quite often do some meal planning, like chia puddings or like overnight oats were like a really good meal prep idea that are obviously super healthy, and I think I did lots of different options. Some days I had eggs, cereal, toast, smoothies were great because in the hostel I couldn't really do that because we weren't really allowed, so I just, yeah, I feel like I've completed this goal. To go out and meet a lot more new people. I don't know if I did that necessarily. I've made definitely a few more new connections this year, but not kind of strong friendships, which I'm totally fine about because I have some really awesome best friends in my life, and I do think it's more about quality over quantity. So I've more just been investing in building those relationships and making them stronger. And obviously like kind of half of the year was in lockdown anyway, so you can't really go out and meet a lot more new people. A new person that I really loved to meet this year was my YouTuber friend Emma Stevens. I've been watching her since like 2018, so it was really cool to finally meet up, and yeah, hopefully we will meet up again in 2021. The new jobs. So my next goal here was that I wanted to get like a new experience, new job for 2021, and yes, I've had 2 new jobs this year. Firstly, I've had the most amazing experience doing my marketing side hustle with my parents who've come out with a new business. So I've been doing 6 hours a week with them. And then my new job for the summer was Pandora, which I'm really loving, and definitely learnt a lot more skills, especially in the marketing factor. It's gonna help me so much in my future career to become a lot more responsible. I would say so. I'm literally in a new decade now. I'm in my 20s, so I think it's kind of a known thing that in your 20s you're supposed to be a lot more responsible than your teenage years. So I feel like I have in some ways. I'm still obviously not super like adult or anything. I still like to have fun and have those immature moments, but I would say I'm responsible, especially flatting this year. I've learnt so much about like just basic stuff that my mum used to do for me, and yeah, it's really more prepping me for adulthood and what I'll have to do for the rest of my life, cooking meals, cleaning, a whole bunch of those like adult related activities. This is a funny one, but I want to have more dance parties. Okay, that is funny. I want to have more dance parties. Kind of. I feel like maybe at the start of the year I got like one of those huge like bouncy gym balls, and I used to just love like bouncing around with that and like hopping along, and having a few dance parties with friends was really fun. We did lots of fitness martial. Me and Ashley went to like Zumba together, and yeah, I'd say so. It was a good time when I did it. Build a capsule wardrobe. That didn't really happen. I feel like it's still a good idea to do. I definitely have done more decluttering this year, and I've definitely gone more op shopping, which is really great because sustainable fashion is the way to go, even though I'm definitely like I'm kind of bad at that. But I feel like thrift shopping I've definitely been a lot more into, which is really great. And the last one is just being completely happy like with myself. Okay, this one here I still love, and I still will say the exact same thing. So it's kind of saying being 100% fine with being myself, being single at this age, and I would say definitely I am 100% fine being single. And yeah, okay, so that is all of the goals. I'd say I did definitely complete most of them, or I had some aspects. I didn't add this in the video, but one of the goals that I have remembered that I've definitely done this whole year was being vegetarian for lamb. So I didn't have lamb the whole entire year, which was pretty easy because of course in the flat we didn't go out and buy lamb because it's kind of expensive anyway. But yeah, I feel like in 2020 I am doing another video which is going to be my 2021 goals, but in 2021 I do kind of want to be a lot more vegetarian, plant-based. I'm not going fully into that, but I definitely do want to add a lot more aspects into that in my diet. So that concludes the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing my reaction, and I would definitely encourage all of you guys, if you did set some 2020 goals this year, definitely reflect back on them and see how you have or have not overcome, and if you haven't achieved them, maybe put them on your 2021 bucket list slash goals, and I'm sure you can achieve them if you've put it out there, and if you're really striving towards it, I know you can do anything. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow for another episode of Vlogmas. Let's live and learn together, and goodbye.
Jingle bells, 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 bells.
Piano in the bell, 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 bell.
Jingle bells.